Hey guys, it's me, Joe, PCG Consulting. Just wanted y'all to see how I look at the numbers, and I've done this for you before, but let's just talk about it live. This is from Fernando, and this is the modified report. Here is like before, we would do leads, calls, and then a summary of those both, right? And that's where the idea of let's get calls and leads in there. And then we went to a modified idea because what we're trying to do is get the dupes out of there, but the same format. And then in January, dupes removed, okay, but it had Tim's in it. And this is a new modified report that Fernando did. So great job, Fernando. He's just super talented in that area. So here we go. This is February, and was from Monday. So you can take a look. 371. If I had 10% closing ratio, I ought to have 37. So you got 41. This is pretty low because based on the email, and I'll just show that to you, the correspondence. I think if we find it here, San Antonio. Where's he at? Where he responded. Well, maybe this is all of it right here. Show replies. Here we go. So the idea is, I believe Fernando's out of town for the week. So Katie, if you're doing it, all I was just stating was there's 643 leads in the system, 123 bad, 520 good, and Tim's were this many with 3 sales. So like we've done before, 24 of those in the system sold are matching. And so what I was asking is, where's the 41 coming from on this report, right? And is that sold units including non-e-lead sales? Even if you take the 520 good minus the Tim's, 24 minus the Tim's that they sold out of that, I'm still 21 for 284, right? I asked if lead count was trending down. I thought it was going up based on good lead count from the system through January. And then I attached that little report. And what I had attached was this little doodad right here. We'll wait for it to open. And this gave you a nice little quick shot of, if I can open it here, get it to roll over. This gave you a nice little shot of what I could see in the system, and that'll let you see that there. You probably pulled this report up. So January 1st to January 31st. So good leads are still higher in January than what they were previous months. So it looks like your process is good because Fernando's a fiend on that. But if I take my sold to good leads, this is what I'm running. Sold to good leads, this is what I'm running. And then that's the pace for February. So I was just taking what the system has to offer to us, and of course Fernando said, yeah, you're right, but I included calls and leads like you had requested. Well, the original report had it separated, leads and calls, so right now I can't do it. But see, you see my concern, 371 versus the 600 the system says, or 520 good. If I take Tim's out of that and dupes, then yeah, I'm dropping that number fairly decent. So it gives my closing ratio an excellent look, but I don't think this is all e-lead sales. I think this is total sales from the department. And that's okay. It is what it is. I just want to sort it because before I go crazy looking at the numbers and trying to help evaluate where could I help you, what could I offer in the way of recommendations, because we know how this works. We do it all over the country, and we've got stores that are very successful with the process, and those are stores that do at least a minimum, 10 to 12, 13% on the top side. We got some do 15, 18. And I really think this could be a 12, 13% closing store with as big as it is. And some of the smaller stores are able to hit that top end a little bit better. But, if I had this many leads, I'm going to look at individual performance and, who could help me or who could I do a better job with. But with this sold count that I don't think is all total leads, that it does include calls, it's harder for me to evaluate. But then if I just look at the numbers, I'm looking for 60, 60, 60, and this is supposed to be 60. So you see how this just looks kind of It's just obvious, like it doesn't look like it's real. I had one store recently send in a report that this was in the high 80s and 90s, high 80s and 90s, and this was like, barely 30% on appointments. And the question is, how can they be talking to that many people and not get that many people in? And then they're running high 70s on shows. So it just comes down to, let's just look at the numbers for real. Fernando, if we could just get a report on internet leads, let's just talk about internet leads, just like Sean's looking for the pay per click, I'd like to have the leads, good lead count, and I guess minus Tim's because y'all not working them; those are going to the girls, and that's totally fine. Minus your dupes, and let's just see what that is with solds from those leads, right? This looks impressive, 4137. That looks like a normal store to me. But how in the world could I have gotten that with the numbers here not even at, really at 50 or above? Idea is to get everybody at 50. Like if I'm a salesperson and I got 40 leads, right? 50%, that should be 4. So he's minus 3, or excuse me, 10% closing. He's minus 3. So what's 50%? That should be 20. What's 50%? That should be 10. And then, but how do you sell one with no show? So it's obviously counting from other sources besides eLeads. So the deal is, I look at these reports and just it's a little murky. So I just want to make sure, how do I help you manage it by the numbers? Because I do this with a lot of stores, and I'm trying to help you manage it by the numbers so I can help implement training or support or request from upper echelons. Just like Conrad says, we're spending money on digital. We'd like to see the results. He really wants to get copied in on the 460s report, but if we send him that, I don't need him pinching you or pinching Sean. I really don't need Sean to have any pressure from Conrad and team up there, which is what I try to do for the other stores and protect them GMs. If there's something we need to fix, we'll fix it. But other than that, we know how to do this. And you guys know how to do this. Together, I can't imagine we couldn't do a better performance than that. Even though that looks great, 11%, even though some of these numbers look pretty phenomenal, look at the report as I look at it. I wouldn't want to send this to Conrad, but, maybe he won't look at it as hard. Maybe he'll see that and go to sleep. I doubt it. Conrad, he looks at everything. He is watching in the system out there in Greenway. He is spot checking and doing mystery shopping in the vents. So just be wise. I know he's blown up El Paso while I was there last visit on a couple of issues, call rev issue and a lead issue, and just want to help you guys get there. Our goal was to help you sell more cars. Our process works to help sell more cars, and I can't even measure if we're performing in it. Some of these numbers are astronomical. I don't have anybody in the country that's running, 90% or these kind of numbers in this column at all. You see what I mean? So that'd be like a sales department saying that they close 43% closing ratio off the floor. We all know what that means. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Love you to death. Do anything in the world for you. Let me know if there's something specific you need me to help you on. If not, I'll just see you when I come back, and let's see if we can get this train back on the track, brother. All right, bye.